Last year, Lenovo showed us a prototype of a totally new type of PC, a full-on Windows 10 computer with a foldable OLED display. Now, at CES 2020, the company is telling us about the final shipping version of that product. It's called the ThinkPad X1 Fold. So the hardware hasn't changed that much from before. There's still a 13-inch OLED screen that folds, there's still a wireless keyboard that comes with the whole package, and it still looks kind of like a leather-bound book when you fold it up. What has changed is Lenovo's work on the software side of things. Now, the X1 Fold runs regular Windows 10, which really isn't designed for these kinds of foldable screens, so Lenovo has had to give you the ability to, for example, pin certain apps on different sides of the screen, and there's a little icon in the taskbar that you can click to do this. If you use the device in portrait mode when it's unfolded, you can click the same icon and that gives you the option to bring up an on-screen keyboard, and then if you fold the laptop on top of each other, it's like you have a mini laptop with a touchscreen keyboard. Or you can use the wireless Bluetooth keyboard, put it on top of the on-screen keyboard, and then you have a miniature laptop with little keys. Alternatively, you can unfold the laptop to its full screen and use the kickstand on the back and use the keyboard wirelessly. There's also a separate stand that'll ship a little bit later that holds the monitor up like an easel, and you can use the Bluetooth keyboard below it. Lenovo is also planning a version of the device that runs Windows 10X, which might actually be a better fit. That's the version of Windows that Microsoft is working on, and it's designed specifically for dual-screen devices and foldable devices. Microsoft has its own Surface Neo coming up this year, which runs Windows 10X. So that might be a better fit for the X1 Fold. The only problem is it's not going to ship until after the Windows 10 version. So the X1 Fold screen is being made by LG Display. The two companies say they've been working on this product for more than 4 years together. And Lenovo is really confident about the product's durability in particular. They spent a lot of time showing us all the complicated components that go into the hinge design. Obviously, there have been some pretty high-profile failures in this product category already, so there's reason to be skeptical, but you know, the company is confident in its design. There are some neat touches too. There's a slight crease in the display when you fold it open, but it's not super visible. And although there's a gap when you fold it together between the two sections of the screen, that actually gets filled up by the keyboard, which is kind of a nice touch. In terms of specs, the X1 Fold is using a new type of processor from Intel that we can't go into detail on yet. Otherwise, there's 8 GB of RAM, up to 1 TB of SSD storage, and Lenovo is claiming up to 11 hours of battery life. So overall, this is looking like a pretty cool, pretty experimental device. But the problem with experimental tech products is that companies charge money for them, and this one is going to cost quite a lot. Lenovo is shipping it in the middle of this year for around $2,500, which is a lot of money for any kind of laptop or tablet, especially one that, you know, has potential questions about durability and so on surrounding it. That said, we are super looking forward to spending a lot more time with it, and hopefully we should be able to do so towards the middle of the year. So yeah, this is just one of many weird and wacky PC concepts we're going to see this week, so stay tuned to The Verge's YouTube channel all throughout CES 2020 and subscribe to us. That's youtube.com/The Verge.